picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the UCF Knights taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buffaloes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Perez. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Knights will have some work to do after that short return. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Complete to start this drive.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer ones.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Knights line up to punt it away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. So Colorado's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Now on 2nd down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Runs through the tackle. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Got it in the middle with Sanchez. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Buffaloes are flying down the field. From the gun, running back gets the give. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. Got enough space. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Colorado. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
No, so many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And the point after is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Bridges. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously, you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up the big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
On the move to his left. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Good goodness to grab it off the touch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's a great way to set the tone. You get the lead, and you get a nice bounce.
And you know, Reese, you're getting the breaks early. Offense got the break, the tip right there, but those breaks tend to even out throughout a game. But so far, this offense has executed well, and they have the lead.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They give it to him again. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, and this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Buffaloes have pushed it inside the 20. He's going to pass. He's got the tight end. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Running back searching for a hole. Spins away. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the running back. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They've got the screen set up. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two of the most historic programs in college football, Notre Dame and USC. Let's recap who's taking home the Jewel Shillelagh. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. On the run, still looking. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Excellent field position here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job, buddy.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCF! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After misfiring, it's second down. Try to get it to the edge. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Back to pass, it's Agbana. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll toss it to the left. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quick handoff. The Buffaloes get it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
That's reeled in. It's in goal. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll throw it from the red zone. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from in, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. And it's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Jet sweep to the receiver. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break.
Well, you know this defense was practicing and game planning for this guy in particular. They knew with his speed at receiver, not only would he be catching the football, but they were going to get him involved in the run game as well. That defense looked ready for that play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Agbana. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on 4th down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, David.
Definitely, and they get the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous speed.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on second down. Makes a grab over the middle. Bounced off his feet. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Trying to find his man on first down. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And it's third down. They're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Agbana. Unloads it downfield. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. The Knights will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Running back goes in motion. They'll open the second half on the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Fires to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. 6th play of the drive coming up. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Buffaloes have moved it inside the 20. Leaves it with the back. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive. At halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else would be positive, Palmer? You get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over Maryland. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Knights are in the hurry-up. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. The play is going absolutely nowhere. Like that.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, 3rd down, touchdown.
The Knights are rolling down the field.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Right back to the well. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest TD. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, what a move. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
To the ground with the back. They get him down to this offense is set up 1st and goal from the and 9.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Knocked off his feet.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else. But 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this. Coming out on 2nd down, trying to put this one away. Here's the handoff. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking downfield, it's Agbana. He's got it down the middle. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pocket starts to collapse. That's caught. It's Bruce. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Touchdown, Colorado! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Knights in the hurry-up.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball.
And they got him. He'll get him down with a sack. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Knights have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on 1st down. Using the quick game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive coming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep. Not able to connect there.
They're working that left side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Agbana. Quickly complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. They're trying to... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job this time.
Sometimes it's so hard for receivers to just step out of bounds and give up yards. It's the smart play. Great job, get out of bounds, stop the clock. It's not about getting 5 more yards. It's about saving that clock because we need to score some points.
Got the quick pass. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly.
Deep down the right side. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down and lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more for that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Perez. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lester. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports